Okay, thank you so much. I am Hiranya Dissanayake, Senior Lecturer attached to Department of Accountancy, Vaibhav University of Sri Lanka. In addition, I am a Women Research Fellow at the World Research Council, and then PhD candidate at University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, and I am completed MSc Applied Finance at USJP, and my first degree is from University of Colombo. That's, I think, enough for me. Then today we are discussing a very important discussion because CA case study is the today's discussion. And I initially congratulate all of you at this level because you have already completed exam and come to this level. Therefore, it is very important milestone in your life. And this is very small thing because I know that the exams are very complicated. The assignment is not difficult. You can pass through. Then today we will discuss about a brief explanation of how you can conduct your case study report. I think you have listened the video on the guidance of CA case study by CASriLanka, but it only guides you the overall picture. Then today I am actually explaining how you can prepare this report in a practical way. That is the main purpose of the today's session. You can see today the plan is like this. First, I will explain about the marking scheme. I know that you know, but I again explain. And then I will tell how to write your assignment. That means how you can prepare this report in a practical way, illustrating examples and illustrating one sector. And then next I will explain about importance of referencing. And then lastly, you can answer, you can ask any question, then I can answer for your questions. That is the plan of the today's session. Okay, first I will brief about the marking scheme. This is the marking scheme of your case study. That is, you have to know that the executive summary 10%, and the broader impact of the Clean Sri Lanka project 5%, and industry specific issues 30%, and actionable changes for the industry 20%, organizational impact evaluation 20%, recommendations for the organization 10%, and general report writing skills 5%, altogether 100, right? Then you can see the 100 marks are allocated like this. And then I have divided 3,000 words into these sections because you have to understand that your report need to be percentage of marks. Then like that you can see the executive summary. It may be 300 words. It's like around 1-page document. And then the broader impact of the Clean Sri Lanka project, it may be 150 words, right? And then industry specific issues, that means you have to have more weight. That is around 600 words. Then actionable changes also 600 weight because the more weight is there. And then organizational impact valuation also 600 weight. And the recommendations for the organization, it is 300 weight. That means actually the industry specific issues more than 600 is better because it is 30%. It's like 900 words. And then finally recommendation for the organization 300 words. Right? Then like that, you have to prepare the report. because you have to understand that the report need to be prepared according to the marks allocated, right? Then the date need to be considered about that. This is a rough basis. It may be some different because you can have 350 or 200 like that. In between you can do, but you have to understand the this marks base. That is the most important thing when you are doing this assignment. That is the first thing. Next, I will explain how we can prepare this report. Okay. Actually, I will today explain about a sample preparation guide. Sample preparation guide. Then you have to understand the most important thing is don't start your report with the executive summary, right? Executive summary is the final stage. Executive summary is the final stage. First, you have to complete other things. That means first you have to identify the broad impact of Clean Sri Lanka project, and then industry-specific issues, actionable changes, organizational impact valuation, recommendation, and then you have to write the executive summary and the final conclusion. Okay, then I will move into the first section. Actually, when you are doing this report, you have to understand we are doing about the Clean Sri Lanka project. Clean Sri Lanka project, right? Then it needs a small introduction in your report. You have to explain about some brief information about this project, right? That is very important. You have to explain the background of this study. That is in the introduction part. Then you can write about the vision, right? And then you can write about the mission, because vision is the beautiful island, smiling people. That is the vision, very nice vision. And then you can see mission is, the mission of the Clean Sri Lanka project is to reposition the nationwide efforts of environmental, social, and governance initiatives through introducing change, integration, and collaboration. Right? Then other very important thing is when you are writing report, you have to write with references. Now you can see this total thing we have taken from Clean Sri Lanka website. Right? Then you have to mention within bracket Clean Sri Lanka. That means it may be 2024, not ND, because you can put as 2024, right? That is how you can illustrate the introduction. Then in the introduction, you can write about vision, and you can write about the mission, and then you can have about that about this project, right? Because you can briefly explain about this project consists of 3 pillars, that is social pillar, environmental pillar, and ethical pillar, right? Not like a very big explanation. You can have some like 50 words, 100 words like that introduction. It is enough, because it is very important. You have to understand this project. That's why we are doing writing about vision, mission, and then scope, those things, right? And then next, you have to write about the solution they have proposed, because they have proposed 4 solutions in this Clean Sri Lanka project: governance sustainability, social sustainability, environmental sustainability, economic sustainability. Then you have to mention that also. You can mention these solutions are like this. Then this is totally based on the Clean Sri Lanka project. We have a brief introduction about this project. That is very important in the introduction, right? And then you have to mention the references also. That is very important thing. Then lastly, you can see they have mentioned about objectives. 4 objectives they mention in their project. That is same as our ethical sustainability, environmental sustainability, social sustainability, economic sustainability. For that, there are 4 objectives. Then that is enough for the Clean Sri Lanka project, right? Then you can write about this in a 1 paragraph about Clean Sri Lanka project. And then next, that introduction, at the end, you can mention about your objective of this assignment. Then you can see in the Clean Sri Lanka project, how our company affect from this. That is, it may be your company may be tourism sector, or your company may be health sector, or your company may be agricultural sector. Then you have to mention that this is my company. Then this company will, this impact I will analyze in this report. That is the objective of this report. That is including in the introduction, right? Introduction, you can have a small paragraph about this Clean Sri Lanka, and then you can write about objective of this study. Okay. Next, actually, second section is this is actually before second section. I have taken certain references for you because these are, I think it's better you can include these references in your assignment, right? That means there are certain references. One is from, you can see, insights from Power of Hope, the morning. This is a newspaper article, right? Then from that you can, they have this, Ediri Singh has explained about how this Clean Sri Lanka project impact on the company. That you can see the Clean Sri Lanka is an environmental reform, and according to the Kurt Richards experiment, rats survival longer when given hope of rescue. Like that, this Clean Sri Lanka is important to revive public morale and empower people to believe in change, right? Then this type of introduction, importance of this Clean Sri Lanka project is important. You can include in your report. And then there is another one, you can see hiccups and remedies. That is, it's an island newspaper article. They also explain about the challenges of Clean Sri Lanka projects and the recommendations. That also you can include in your report, because these are important new areas you can include in the report. And then you can see this is also another newspaper article. Then they are saying about the national reformation vision, that is about the Clean Sri Lanka project. It is not a policy, it is a holistic approach, and there are changes maybe there like that. This information included in this article, that also you can add in your report. That is, it is add value to your report. Right. Now, next, you have to mention about how this Clean Sri Lanka project in the impact on the corporate sector. That is the second part of your assignment. Then, actually, I have selected the tourism sector to explain how the impact on this Clean Sri Lanka on the corporate sector. Right. Then you can see it is. There are impact can be explained in different ways, because this Clean Sri Lanka project is impact on national business transformation. And then promote transparency, ethical leadership, and public accountability. And then it is drives a shift towards environmental, social, and governance values, and aligns with UN SDGs and Sri Lanka's green economy roadmap. That is how it is impact to the corporate sector. That is according to the Ministry of Environment. They are mentioned about these are the impact to the tourism sector. Then according to your marking scheme, then you have to explain one by one. Then how it is impact on the corporate strategy. Because you can see this Clean Sri Lanka project will be impact on the corporate strategy because you are adopting new frameworks, eco-compliance framework, and then boost demand for green certifications, right? You are having different certification. And then it will be create market and brand opportunities because you can refer certain articles like Kautsa, Ajueta, like that. They are saying when there is this type of projects, then you can increase the reputation, increase the innovation. Then those references you can include in your report because it will be add value to the report. And then next is the key challenges because you can see with this project there may be key challenges like initial capital formation, right? Because there may be problems of capital formation and there may be literacy because we also having done a research on the sustainable literacy. In Sri Lankan context, very low sustainable literacy is there. Actually, we have done for the universities also, university students also lack sustainable literacy. Then you can see that is also a challenge in this project, and then need infrastructure support for the government and partners. These are the key challenges. Then most of the important thing in your assignment is you have to consider about the assumption. You have to highlight assumption. Then you can see I have given certain example as assignments. The government will offer policy incentives and regulatory clarity because there should be a government policy. And then corporates have moderate resources to initiate ESG improvements. Then public awareness and youth participation will accelerate behavior change. Stakeholders will support private sector transition. Like that, you have to make certain assumptions in the report. That I have suggest few assumptions you can include in your report. Then now we come to industry-specific issues. That is the third section. That is first section, I told that introduction. Next, how the impact on Clean Sri Lanka strategy impact. That is, it's an overall impact. Next, we have to identify the industry-specific issue. Then here we have to consider one sector. Then I have considered tourism sector, and I prepare summary points you can include in your report. Then you can see these are some specific issues in the tourism industry aligned to Clean Sri Lanka goals. Then high waste generation. There may be plastic overuse, and then weak segregation, waste sorting, and lack of recycling partnership. Like that, these are some industry-specific issues. Then in addition, there may be environmental stress from over-tourism because like Seagiriam, there is face resource overuse, and there may be suffer from soil erosion, right? The lack of carrying capacity enforcement in tourism zoning policies like that. These are Ministry of Environmental report. They have mentioned these things. Then these things you can include in your report as industry-specific issues. Then in addition, you can see Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. There is a report in 2023. I have included the link also. Then there is a problem of low ESG compliance. And then many businesses lack ISO 14001 or earthquake certification. Then that is also a problem in this industry. In addition, you have to highlight the cultural and organizational gaps because limited staff training on sustainability and then consumer awareness is low. And then it is very difficult to change the attitudes. That is also issue in, I think this is, most of these can be common to any industry, not only actually tourism industry, but you can consider these things for the other industries too. Then you can see other is economic short-termism, because the most of the organizations, most of the tourism companies are thinking only the short-termism, but they don't consider about the long-term, right? Then they don't update the green upgrades like that. There are these problems they are in this tourism sector. Then you have to clearly highlight these specific issues in a different points, and then you have to include the references for each. That is also very important thing. When you are writing a report, don't write by yourself, because if you refer something, you have to include the reference. That is most very important thing. Then that is we are coming to the fourth section. That is first section we write introduction, and then we discuss about overview, and then we discuss how overall impact of Clean Sri Lanka's project, and then thirdly we discuss about how Clean Sri Lanka project industry specific issues. What are the industry specific issues? Next one, what are the actionable changes for the industry? Now, what are the changes for the industry? Then you can see we can include this also. I think most of the things you can include in the other industries also. I have suggested some plastic reduction and waste management. And then the actions may be ban single-use plastics in guest rooms, restaurants, and excursions, and install color-coded bins for proper waste segregation in public areas and back of houses, partner with local recyclers and municipal council for responsible disposal. Like that, you have to mention the actions. That is, you can changes and the actions, then how it is impact to the industry. Like reduce visual pollution, improves operational hygiene, and compliance with national policies. Those things you can include, because these are proposed by the Minister of Environment. This can be used for the other industries too. And then in addition, you can have sustainable resource use. You can do retrofit building with LED lighting, low flow water fixtures and solar panels, introduce smart room systems, harvest rainwater and treat grey water for landscaping, right? Then these things can be included, and then it may be impacted, cuts energy costs, supports carbon net zero 2050 goals. Then other things you can see, you can consider about the sustainability certifications, like you can apply for the ISO 40001 EMS, and then Earthquake or Green Globe for tourist sustainability. That certifications can be obtained, and then use SLTDA sustainability benchmarking tools. That is very important for the organization. Then the impact is, you can build the trust with eco-conscious travelers and aligns with international standards. In addition, you can include staff training and capacity building. You can have conduct regular training, and then integrate sustainability modules into onboarding programs. And then you can use TBEC and ST to include EST in hospitality curriculum. Then these things very important, and then it will create the clean mind workforce aligned with CSL's behavioral change force. Then you can see you have to mention about the actions and how it impact to the industry. That is very important when you structure in the report. In addition, you can see some other thing, guest and community engagement. You can educate guests through signage, in-room material, and guided eco tours, and organize cleanup drives, tree planting, overnight sessions, and local communities. Support local artisans and eco-friendly SMEs through procurement partnerships. And then it will impact brand reputation, community relations, and CSR visibility. In addition, you can see about the monitoring and reporting. You can have the key performance indicators, and you have to publish sustainability reports. And then you can use digital dashboards. Then with this, what happen? You can ensure the accountability. Then you can see this. All these action results in economic, environmental, social, and governance sustainability. Then that is the objectives of Clean Sri Lanka project. And then we have prepared the actions according to these objectives. That is, you have to consider that very importantly when you structure the report. You have to consider your actions based on the objectives of Clean Sri Lanka project, because you have to align the objectives and action. That is most important thing in your project. Now that is the end of our third section. That means fourth section. We have explained about 4 sections. Then next section is the assumptions. About now we are considering the organizational impact evaluation of ABC Hotel. Now you have to consider one company, one hypothetical company for your assignment, right? Then you have to think about a hypothetical company, because you can think about a hotel or any restaurant or anything you can hypothesize, and then you have to explain, that means about that company with the assumption. That you can see I have included certain assumption in this. You can see ABC Hotel is a mid-size 4-star hotel located in coastal tourist destination, Bentota. I have assumed a hotel. And then I included the hotel has 80 rooms, employs 60 staff, and receives around 15,000 guests annually. Then it aims to implement key sustainability initiatives, waste segregation, solar panels, water saving fixtures, craft training, and eco certification. Now, these are my assumptions. Then in your report also, you have to mention about the assumptions very clearly, right? About your company, about your hypothetical company. That is very important. Next, we have to evaluate this impact in different headings, right? That is, first is strategic impact. You have to analyze the strategic impact. Then you have to consider in the strategic impact analysis, you have to consider about the positive outcomes and the risk, right? Then you can see in this, when you are implementing these strategies, there may be positive outcomes. Like, because you can see the brand differentiation, because your company is doing this sustainable tourism, you can become a sustainable tourism leader. And then you can enhance the reputation. Because in this different website, you will be ranked more because you are considering about sustainability. And then you can have partnership with SLTDA, local councils, like that. You can partnership, because you know, see, now according to the Clean Sri Lanka, they are giving support to this project. But there may be certain risks you have to know, because may face pushback from stakeholders who prioritize cost cutting over long-term sustainability, because there may be a risk, because every action there is a positive and negative outcome. Then there may be risks such as, because there may be resistance, because the stakeholders always consider about the profit, but they don't consider about the long-term survival. Then there may be risk. Then you have to be very clear about these positive outcomes and risk of these impacts, right? Then that is first one, strategic impact. Then next one, operational impact. Then you have to consider what are the operational impact and how it is impact to this hotel. Then you have to have changes in the organization, like need to establish standard of procedures for waste segregation, water energy tracking, supplier audit, right? Regular staff workshops. Like that, you have to have a certain change in your company. Then it will be impact in a positive way, because you can see improve efficiency and energy at water usage and streamline waste management, and then upgrades may temporary disruptions. Like that, there may be impact, right? Then it may be sometimes there may be risk, because the people are resist to change, right? Then you have to be very clear about these subheadings, because you have to mention about these changes, how it is impact, how it is risk. These things you have to explain in your report. Next is, you can see this is a financial evaluation, financial impact. This is an example, right? These are actually some hypothesized things, right? You can see that I have some structure. You can see according to this project, they are considering about the solar panel investment, water saving devices, staff training, certification, right? Then I have included certain cost estimation, right? Because, and then this will be benefit. This will be benefit. Then you have to mention about this very clearly in your report, that in each and everything you have to explain. Then next one is the cultural impact. Cultural impact. Then cultural impact means there may be positive shifts. There are also, we have challenges, because in each and every action, you have to explain about positive impact and challenges, right? Then here I have included certain points, like create a purpose-driven work environment, employees feel more engaged, and enhance teamwork through shared sustainability. Like that, there may be positive shifts. Then this can be actually, I have explained about the hotel, but you can include into different sector also these things, but some differences. Then there may be challenges. Same thing, because behavioral resistance. And then require continuous reinforcement through leadership training and incentives. Then you can include these things in your report, that positive impact and the challenges or risk. Then now you can see the most important thing in your report. You have to mention one by one these items, and at the end of the day, you have to prepare a small summary related to this organizational impact evaluation. Then you can, this is a summary, you can mention about strategic impact, operational impact, financial impact, cultural impact in a paragraph, right? That is very important thing. Then now this is the last section in your report, that is recommendations. You have to prepare a recommendation, recommendation for this ABC hotel, because we found so many problems, impacts here. Then you have to have recommendation. I have included few recommendation. One is you can appoint a sustainable officer, because that is very important thing. Because now most of the organization, they have this sustainable officer, sustainable division. Like that, you can prepare this type of division for the hotel, right? Then you can liaise with the SLTD, that is Sri Lankan Tourism Development Authority. Then you can get the certification. And this is very important, because when you having the sustainable officers, then you can do the implementation very easily. And then you can have the sustainability baseline assessment. That is very important in the sustainable projects. Initially, you have to assess how about the current situation. That is, you have to assess the environmental situation in this level. That is base level. And then energy, water usage, carbon footprint, and then it may be electricity, energy use, like that. You have to estimate these things in this period. Then for this evaluation, you can help about the UNDP ESG toolkit, then SLTD reference skills, like that. you can get this guidance, and you can calculate these environmental levels. That is very important thing. Then it's very important because you are starting these points, and then in the next you can identify the changes in future, right? Then that you can have these two recommendations. One is the appointment sustainable champion, and then conduct a sustainable baseline assessment. And then you can do some pilot green projects. That is very important because that you can't do everything at once. Therefore, you can have a pilot projects to do. You can have 1 or 2 projects, 1 or 2 divisions. You can start the space segregation, solar powered lighting, and then capacity building programs, ESG awareness programs. Like that, you can do some pilot green projects. In addition, you can strengthen the partnerships, because you can partnership with these SLTD, TVAC, like that. You can get the training, and then you can communicate community-based enterprises for sourcing and CSR. That is also you can do. And then next you can do the certification. At certification, because you can get ISO 14001, like that's a certification you can get. Then next one, you can do the engaged guest and stakeholders, right? You can have campaigns, right? To towel reuse programs, eco awareness, digital displays, QR codes, like that. You can introduce different things. And then next, what you have to do, monitor progress and adapt. Then these are some examples actually I have prepared for you. Then finally, you can have this type of table, because you can have a table, or you can have a paragraph. You have to summarize the things you have discussed. You can mention these are the challenges, these are the mitigation strategy. Like that, you can prepare the summary report. Right. Now, I think we have done everything. Now, next is you have to move to the executive summary, right? Because one by one we write. Now, initially we discuss about the introduction, and then next we discuss about the Clean Sri Lanka project, impact on overall industry, and then we discuss about the industry specific issues, and then we discuss about how the company effect on this, and then recommendation. Then after everything, we go to now introduction, right? Executive summary. Executive summary we have to write at the end of the report. Then now we have completed. Now you know the purpose. You can see the purpose. This report evaluates how ABC Hotel can align its operation with the National Clean Sri Lanka initiative to promote environmental, ethical, and social sustainability. And then you have to mention about the industry context. We have considered the tourism industry, because Sri Lanka faces so many challenges: plastic waste, resource overuse, and low ESG compliance, right? That is the industry context. And then we summarize the key issues identified: high reliance on single-use plastics, poor waste segregation infrastructure, low awareness of eco practices, limited uptake of sustainable certification. And then we propose the solution. That is, introduce waste segregation, train staff, partner with recyclers, and monitor sustainability KPIs again. Right now, you can see, now you can very easily prepare the executive summary, because you have completed all report. Now you know what you have done. Accordingly, you can prepare the executive summary. Then in addition, finally, you can write about the organizational impact, because it's also summary, strategic, operational, financial, cultural, and then finally, recommendation. Right? That is how we are writing executive summary. Then that is, executive summary will be included in your report very first. That is actually you have a title page, and then you can have executive table of contents, and then executive summary, and then introduction. Then you can see after the all write-ups, then you get a conclusion. But conclusion is not included in your report format, but it is very important conclusion, because you have to conclude this report. Then you have to mention about CASriLanka. It is a very important project. And then ABC is this type of company. Then when you are implementing these issues, they can increase the environmental sustainability, and then social sustainability, economic sustainability, and cultural sustainability. That is the thing you have to mention in the conclusion. It may be small paragraph, right? But you have to include all of these things in the report. That is very important thing, because report format also you will be given 5 marks. Then that report format means you have to have these all contents. That is title page, introduction, executive summary, introduction, and all these body context, and then finally conclusion, and then lastly references. Okay, then before next thing you have to remember about my next objective is the referencing. Actually, I don't discuss more detail on the referencing, but you have to remember when you are writing the report, the most important thing, you have to refer. That means that we have to refer everything except natural reality. Natural reality, because like sun is that sun or moon, those things, it's okay. But other things, if you get from something like a newspaper or website or report or article, everything you have to cite. You have to cite. That means you have to include the references. That is, in-text citations need to be included. In addition, you have to include in the reference list. That is very important thing. And then other thing, when you are, I think you have start the report, you have to understand this case very, you have to read several times about this case, and you can go to the website, CASriLanka, that website, but there is no more detail, but you can have some idea. And then actually in this, my presentation, I include some report like that. If you are doing the tourism sector, there are SLTD reports are there. Then you can refer those things. And then you can, you have to get everything because you have to do it with the rich data. It is most important thing is rich data, because you have to include the new things, articles, reports, everything need to be included in your report as references. Then your report will get more value. And then I told that this is a structured report format. We discussed how you structure the report. And then you can include some current Sri Lankan statistic. That is also you can use, because you can, if it is a tourism, then you can get the statistics, how tourism arrivals, why it is important this sector, like that you can get some data. Agriculture, if it is GDP, like that you can get some statistic. And then you can, if there is a government plans, you can include that and real world examples. And then other thing, you have to be really practical. You have to be really practical, because when you are proposing something, then it should be actionable. That is very important thing. And then always cite everything. And then you have to think in like a consultant, because you have to be in a strategic way. You have to think in like a consultant, and you can prepare the report. Finally, you have to include assumptions very clearly. That is very important, because actually when you come to the CASriLanka project, there is no detailed information in the website. Therefore, it's evolving project. Therefore, you have to do some assignments, assumptions writing, and prepare this report. That is very important thing. Okay, actually, those are the things I want to tell in this assignment. But before moving to the end, there is a one part for you, because this is actually the individual support for this assignment. If you have any questions, you can ask. I think some participants, you can ask if there is any questions related to your assignment. I can answer. I think that is the best thing, because I know that you know everything, because you have learned so many papers and everything you know. But if you have some clarifications, confusions, you can ask from me now. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask. About the assignment. How we can get the exam? Okay. Actually, that is the thing. You can actually, it is the administrative things. I am not able to answer that. I'm really sorry. Yes. Can you tell me about about this assignment? Because I think you have started your assignment. I think if you start, you have some problems. If you have any problems, you can ask. Because the last time when we are doing this assignment, there are so many questions from the student. If you have any questions. Other thing, most important thing I couldn't tell you, because you have to remember, don't prepare the report based on the ChatGPT or directly copy and paste from the sources, right? When you copy and paste from source, then it will be actually called for plagiarism. That you have to remember, because there is a software called Turnitin. So, Turnitin, then this when you that means when Turnitin report, that means when you submit the report, then the score will be calculated about originality and AI content, right? Then if you copy from somebody else directly, then what happen? There will be plagiarism issue, right? Therefore, don't copy and paste, right? You have to paraphrase. You have to paraphrase the content. That is the most important thing. You have to read the content, and you get the idea, and then you have to paraphrase. That is very important thing. And then other thing is ChatGPT. If you have prepared this report, then there are so many problems are happening. Because you know the ChatGPT, when come to Sri Lankan context, it is not totally correct. Because ChatGPT will not get all the current data of Sri Lanka. And then ChatGPT does not know about the practical situation in Sri Lanka. Therefore, don't prepare the report using the ChatGPT. And then if you prepare the report in ChatGPT, then what happens? Then examiners are testing AI score. Then what happens? You are caught. Then it will be problem, because now you can see whether we can check the AI score and the plagiarism score. Both you can calculate it using the Turnitin software, right? Therefore, don't prepare the report using ChatGPT or by copy and paste reporting, right? That is not good. You have to paraphrase. That is the most important thing in your report. And then other thing, at the end of the day, that after preparing all report, it is very important to check using the Grammarly. Do you know about Grammarly? Grammarly is an open source software. Then that means you can check the grammar using the Grammarly software. Then you can proofread your content before submitting to the submitting, right? Because that is very important. You have to check the grammar accuracy. Right. Any problem? If you have any problems, you can ask, because that is the time. Because I have prepared the slides only for the brief introduction, and I supposed to answer your questions. That is the most important thing. No questions? Hmm. If you don't have any questions, we can wind up the session. But I think if you have any problem, you can communicate to the Infinity that Infinity group, and I think you can make an appointment with me if you need further individualized support. If you need to prepare, when I think at the end, sometimes you have not yet prepared the report. But when at the final stage, if you need some help from me, I can support to you for finalizing your report, because I can tell about the weaknesses, or I can do your AI plagiarism checking, or any help I can give you for your assignment. Mm. If you have no problem, I wish you all the best, right? I wish you all the best and success with your case study assignment. Thank you so much.